Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. I am sitting in traffic on my way to work. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. So, Throwback Thursday, I was going to post a picture of myself that I found, and it was like me graduating from college several years ago, the first time, and I was like, who cares? So what? It is so many things that people complain about, that people worry themselves about, that people can consume themselves with, that are really insignificant. So insignificant. And I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, 2001, like, so much happened that year. I walked across the stage the first time. I lost my grandmother on my cousin's birthday. Then that same cousin lost her baby son to violence. And then September 11th happened. And then my grandfather passed. That was all in 2001. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And then fast forward, 2003, I became a dispatcher. And I graduated and walked across the stage again for another degree that I didn't necessarily use, to dispatch. 2004, I lost a friend, a colleague, and a classmate to domestic violence and suicide. 2004, a fellow dispatcher. That puts a lot of things into perspective. The same person that I went to college with and graduated with 20 years ago became a police officer. And 2 years ago, I lost her to suicide. So while people are out here complaining and bickering about the stupidest, most insignificant stuff, it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And this is not the only time that we should be talking about suicide prevention awareness. But they have decided that this is going to be the month that we do so. So I would really like to encourage people to think about all the things that could be wrong. Whether it's with yourself, your family members, people you know, there is so much going on in this world, and we are still here in it, and so many people are not. It is like the craziest thing ever. I feel like people should have to, by the time you're somewhere between 15 or 18, you should have to serve like a year in some type of public service organization. Whether you're becoming a first responder, whether you're working in the ER, trauma center, becoming a dispatcher, whether you are performing any type of public safety, I don't care if you are working for waste management, people should have to serve in that capacity, because it really puts life into perspective of what is important, what is really important. Oh, there is so much. And I was going to go live later, but I don't know if I'm going to have time because I'm going to work. So good morning to all of you guys. Happy Thursday. Sorry I sat up here and got emotional on live, but you never know what somebody is going through. Oh my gosh, you never know. 2 days ago, we just had a commander, someone that was also a commander at my base in California, who shared his story about losing his wife to suicide. And it was the most impactful event that I have witnessed while I have been in the National Capital Region. And that's because I had heard that, he had a wife that passed years ago when we were in California and he came to California, but I had no idea how she passed. And I knew that he was remarried, but I just didn't know the story. And, they had kind of a community talk where we all went into the auditorium and he shared his story. And he talked about losing his wife. He talked about grief. And he's a leader. He talked about it from his standpoint as a person and the different people that stepped in to help. And it's just amazing to me that so much of this is going on, and yet we can complain about the simplest of things that don't even matter. It doesn't matter how many degrees I have. It doesn't matter, all of these different accolades. None of that matters. Life matters. And some people are not here and they don't have one. And it's for various reasons. And some people do things just to keep holding on. And whatever those things are that they are doing, let them do that. It has nothing to do with you. So I wish I could read your comments, because I don't know after the live goes off if I'll be able to read the comments, but I'm driving, so I'm not going to read any comments. I'm just going to hope that everyone understands there are so many things in life that we can just be like, so what? Who cares? Move on. Let's think about something that's bigger than us. I fight for so many different causes. And a lot of the reasons that I fight for these causes is because I've been affected by these causes throughout my life. And I never could understand why I experienced so much trauma and so many different things myself, and then witness people that I love experience those things. We all make choices, and sometimes the choices that we make can, put us in situations that we didn't anticipate or ask for, and it can have, very dire consequences. Things can happen that, are not our fault. And sometimes we're born into situations, that we can't control. But right now, in the present, we can control ourselves. And we can choose to do things that lift others up. We can choose to think on things that are true and honest and just and pure and lovely and of good report. We can fix our mind on those things. We can make sure that that's the kind of energy that we surround ourselves with. My mom and dad did not used to allow us to say certain words or phrases. We couldn't say so what. We couldn't say who cares. We couldn't call someone a liar. There were just certain things we couldn't do. Another thing that we couldn't do was belittle other people. Even though other people belittled us, even though other people, bullied us, we were not allowed to attack others out loud in front of our parents. Obviously, as kids and teens, you do your thing, but in front of your parents and your elders, you didn't. And I feel like that's not taught so much in these days and times. And I also feel like there's so much that we can learn from people that are older than us and that's been lost in our Western culture. And it's really, really sad because many of us look up to people who are older than us because they've lived life and they have the wisdom and they have the spiritual faith that we may not have attained. Usually, that's not always the case, and it's very disappointing when it's not the case. Because no matter how old you are, you still, need someone to hold you accountable. God holds me accountable. I have a fear of God. But there are still people that are in this, human form that can hold me accountable. And I appreciate that. And it hurts a lot of times. I'm a very feelings type of person. So it really, really hurts to be corrected. But I would rather be corrected than to break someone's spirit. I would rather be corrected than to think that I'm in the right and I'm not. I would rather be corrected than to feel like I'm in God's will if I'm not in God's will, or if I'm not, serving in my purpose, and if I'm not doing things that glorify Him. And when I look over my life and think of all the things that I've done that has not glorified Him, that makes me sad. I also understand that I have to move on and that I've repented and that God forgives me and I have to forgive myself. But I extend that to other people, all humans, even people that have hurt me. And it's not easy, it's not hard, but it can be done. And in my heart, I believe that that's the way that God would like it to be. So I'm finally almost at work after an hour of traffic. I just want to encourage everyone to just consider, like, what really matters. What really, really matters. And not just because it's Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Because like I said, that is a cause that we should be fighting for always. But just think about the kind of person that you are and that you want to be while you are still here on earth, and what you can contribute to others' lives. Because some people don't know, and some people give up, and then there's some people that are holding on. And whatever it takes for them to hold on, whether it seems to offend you or not, sometimes we have to realize that it's really not about us. It really, really isn't about us. And that's all for today, y'all. Remember what matters. I love y'all. Sorry for my little rant. If it offended anyone, you don't have to watch. I wish I could see your comments. But y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day. And my mom used to say, the joy of the Lord is your strength. If you don't have joy in your heart, it is very hard for you to distribute joy to others. It's very hard. You will remain a very confused person. It's not a good look. So find some joy. Find some joy in Jesus so you can share that with other people. All right, y'all. Bye.